How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
So I'll just get right into it. I mean, you had an incredible last performance against somebody that many fans think is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. How did that make you feel?
I'm feel great. I'm feel proud, to make it happen. So, and that's it. I feel really happy, and I think I opened a lot of doors with this big win.
I don't want to say you were surprised because obviously you have, of course you believe in yourself, but are you surprised at the way it happened?
Yes, of course, yeah, of course. Always we want to go to the fight to win, right? But in that way, that kind of KO use the one championship rules and stuff was so special.
And, I mentioned earlier that fans really believe that he's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Does that mean, and do you believe that that means that you are the best pound for pound fighter in the world?
I ask to you, you are a fan of MMA. If one person win at the best pound for pound in the world, what's happened with this guy? You
I mean,
know,
yeah, it seems like that would be the answer. Yeah.
yeah.
So you don't feel like you have anything left to prove as far as that discussion goes?
So one time DJ tell to one championship to him like he defended the belt for the UFC for a long time, but he felt for him to be a complete athlete, he need to go for the other side to the world to compete. So maybe for me, I need to go for this side of the world and try to compete also, to be the best in the world, right? I think is I think it's from this way. I guess, like
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And I was going to ask you about that. I know recently you said you felt like you could beat Figueiredo, and I know that he's not the champion anymore. How do you feel about your odds against the new champion at the UFC?
yes, Brandon Moreno is really good fighter. He showed he has heart, right? And he have skills. He's a BJJ black belt. He's young and he's faster. He's really great fighter. I hope he's gonna be a good champion to the world. The first one Mexican guy to be the champion. I think he's gonna defend this Mexican crowd, and for him it's amazing. I'm looking forward to see maybe if I'm gonna fight against him in the future. I don't know, but it's gonna be a good match.
And you had said previously with Figueiredo that you felt like you could finish him. Do you feel the same way about Brandon?
Yes, easy fight.
Easy fight. Do you think it would be easier to fight Brandon or Figueiredo?
Uh, DJ for me, DJ is much more like DJ is much smarter than both. Like tough fighter than both, and I think I can do a good match against both fighters.
And fans are always kind of comparing the UFC and one championship and kind of fighting over which one is the top. And there's always been this little rivalry there between fans. I don't necessarily think that UFC and one has that together, but do you feel with the latest UFC fighters coming over, Sage, DJ, Eddie, and they're not doing so well in one championship? Does that kind of give you some pride in one championship and the quality of fighters that are in one championship?
Oh, there are players in every organization. Have have some. There are some one championship fighters that go to UFC and they don't work good in UFC. Also, like Ben Askren and another fighters. You're gonna see the debut of Stella Nunes. Let's see how Stella Nunes is gonna be in UFC. But the difference is there are killers in a better organization. I think it's not like no makes sense. They tell up because the guys from UFC go to a championship and they don't do good. Like because it's happened already. The one championship fighters go to UFC and they don't do good in UFC also. I think it's different is different, and different rules, different organization, different time, you know. I think especially when you talk about the champions, the guys who's getting old and stuff.
And you know, fans have always asked for and one championship, and Chaudhry have mentioned before how their desire to want to do a cross promotion with the UFC. And I know that's something the fans would love. That's something I would love to see. For you as a fighter, would you prefer, if that was an option, if it was an option to do a cross promotion where you'd represent one championship, or just leave one championship and be signed with the UFC, which would you prefer?
I prefer to represent one championship and fight against another champions from the another organizations. I think it's gonna be really good for me because I have my legacy in one championship also, and for me to represent the one championship flag against another champions would be an honor.
And you probably can't tell us yet, but do you have a fight lined up? Do you know kind of when you might be fighting again?
No, I don't have fighting schedule. You know, like I hope in September, October. I guess I wish I could fight in this date, but I don't have nothing yet in schedule.
No, is that because one championship is kind of on hold right now because of coronavirus, or would you be on hold right now anyways, do you think?
No, they are hold right now because of the COVID-19 situation over there, and I don't know what's gonna happen over there. You know, like because I'm living here in Florida. Here in Florida, everything's came to normal. You know, like they make events, full crowd and stuff. But I don't know what's happening in Singapore and in Asia right now. I think the COVID situation, they came back to lockdown. So let's see what the future brings to us.
And my last question, I spoke to Rich just last week, and he's in the United States, and he said he's scoping out a location for a one championship fight here in the United States. He mentioned that maybe One in Power could be the event. He, you know, doesn't really know. Fighting in the United States, is that something that interests you for one championship, especially being on that first card?
Yes, of course. Let's see what's gonna happen. You know, like money talks. You know, if they wanna the goat killer to go to fight, they know how to do that, right?
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We will be watching
Mhm.
and waiting for your next fight. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Thank
good night.
you. Bye.